Hi everyone, this is video 2, very important one. It's not as fun talking about this group of policies and procedures because it has to do with emergencies. So let's start out with just the health. So when children come to your classroom, they should be well. They shouldn't have a runny nose that is colored. They shouldn't have an unknown rash, a fever of 100 or over. They shouldn't have any kind of eye discharge or heavy cough, or you know what a sick child looks like. Now, we kind of evaluate as kids are coming in at the door. And so we try to catch it there. But if you get a child, you get your class going and you're like, wait a minute, that child is sick, you just let us know. We'll take care of it. We'll call the parent, we'll pull the child out, we'll call the parent and take care of all that for you. You don't have to worry about confronting people about their child's health, whether they are or aren't. So no worries there. All right, so they come to you healthy. Maybe they bump themselves, or maybe they cut themselves on something, which would be crazy, but it does happen. They're children. We have first aid kits in the room, and we also have them at our welcome centers, but we just provide a Band-Aid. We have a wonderful safety team here at River Oak, and so if it's anything more than a Band-Aid, then we just give them a call. We all have walkie-talkies. So I have a walkie-talkie, and every staff member, children's ministry staff member, has a walkie-talkie. So it's really simple. We call the safety team and let them know we need some help and in what way, and they're right there in no time at all. So if it's anything more than a Band-Aid, of course, alert us right away. Anytime a child gets hurt in a classroom, even if it's minor, make sure you tell the parent when they come. Tell us, tell a parent. Maybe as simple as, he was under the table getting some crayons, and when he came up, he bumped his head. I just wanted to let you know. Parents, that is so assuring to a parent that you notice that something happened to their child. And in that case, on our end, we're going to make sure that your classroom is not too full, that you can't see what's going on with every child in the classroom. There's 2 in every room. And there's always 2 in every room. For that very reason, we want to keep each other accountable, and also we want to take care of the children and make sure that they are well taken care of. So 2 in every room. Anything happens, you alert us, and you also alert the parents, even if it's minor. Better safe than sorry. If it is anything more than a Band-Aid, we call our safety team, and they are there, ready to go. You won't be having to give out any medicine or giving any EpiPens. That's why we have a safety team. All right, how we deal with children. And again, this is all coming from the manual, how we deal with children. We always deal with children in a very kind and loving way. Our voices should be soft and encouraging, not demeaning and harsh. And you'll have to check yourself, because when you're leading a group of kids, sometimes we get very loud, and that doesn't help at all. That usually is the opposite. If you are quiet and calm, the class will also come down to you. Coming from a large Italian family, I know how to be loud and confrontational. So I had to check myself very early on in children's ministry of how to use the proper voice and develop that skill. So anytime we are with children, we are kind and we're loving. We do side hugs. We don't do full-on hugs. We do side hugs. We do pats, of course. Kids love pats on the shoulder and that kind of stuff as encouragement. That is all fine. We have no children that sit on our laps, even if they're your own child, because other people don't know that's your child, or other kids don't know, and they want to do the same thing. So no children on your laps. Of course, this is different in the nursery, and that's why specific training for your specific age group and area is very important, because there's things that we can do upstairs with elementary kids that we would do downstairs, and the same thing. There's things that we do downstairs that we would never do upstairs because of the age of the child. Okay, so if you by chance have a child in your class that you're just kind of wondering about, are they being taken care of? Are they being neglected? Are there things that just worry you? Then you can report that to us. That's the best way to do it, is report it to us, so that we can say, okay, we know this child, we know this family, we can come around them and take care of it. At the same time, if you feel like you need to report something, then you report something. We're responsible to report anything that you bring to us. That's the rules that we fall under as taking care of children. But if you feel like you need to, then you do it. I would just ask that you just tell us first so that we can like give you a little of information, just in case we have information to give you to make you feel better or make you say, okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna call. So, all right. So, on to keeping things clean while the kids are with you. Make sure that kids are washing their hands after bathroom, before and after snack, any kind of messy activity. Maybe you see a child that just keeps, like they do have a runny nose, it's clear. Maybe they have their fingers in their mouth. You might want to have them wash their hands. Of course, this is all different depending on age, but for the most part, we just do that. If a toy is in a child's mouth, we take that and we put it in the sink to wash before the next hour. That is downstairs, of course. All right, snack time we talked about. If you're serving snack, you use a glove. Never bare hands. Even if you just wash them, you will always wear a glove when you serve snack. Diaper changing is done downstairs, only in the nursery area up through 2, and you'll talk about that more in your training. And then just making sure that you clean up areas after they are used, after snack, and so on and so forth. And we talked about cleaning up the room in our last video. All right, emergency procedures. These are not easy. They're hard, especially in today's time. It's so hard to talk about these emergency procedures because they're so different than when we were children. So we will start with the easier one, and that is in case of a fire. Now, here's what is wonderful about our building. Our children's ministry building, our section of the building, is so secure because it's an entirely separate space than from adults' spaces. So once children come into the children's area and the service has started, we close those doors to the entrance and they're locked. So the entire time you're with the kids, the doors are locked. So if there's a fire, we don't have, or we have to evacuate the building for any reason, we don't have to worry about parents and other people rushing into the children's wing. We can safely and calmly get the children out of the building. So here are the procedures. You're in your classroom, and it's a little different upstairs and downstairs. You're in your classroom, and the fire alarm goes off, or we tell you you have to evacuate. Then you simply grab the attendance sheet, which is very important to keep attendance. So you will get an attendance sheet for each and every classroom will have an attendance sheet, and you make sure that you mark off who it is that you have there with you today. And if they happen to leave early, you make sure that you mark that on there. Because when you evacuate, you need to know exactly who you're supposed to have. You're going to take your attendance sheet and you're going to line up the kids and you're going to walk them out the back of the children's ministry wings, and that's whether you're upstairs or downstairs, it's out the back. So upstairs here in the clubhouse, I'm in the large group room. On this side of the children's wing in the very back is a stairwell. You're going to take your kids down that stairwell. Now we're going to line up so that there's a line of kids down the right side and down the left side of the stairwell, because we want to get them out as quickly as possible. And so we're going to use both sides of the stairwell going down. We're going to go all the way down the steps. And when you get down to the bottom of the steps, you're going to see a door right in front of you, a glass door. You're going to take the kids right out those glass doors and turn right. And you're going to walk right outside that outdoor playground, just to the other side of it. That's as far as you have to go. And so once you get to that spot, you're going to check to make sure all your kids are there. Now downstairs in Acorn Alley, you're going to do the very same thing, except you're going to go straight out the back doors, whatever doors they are in front of you. So for some of you, you're going to go out the back and go right through the indoor playground, which has 2 doors. So you might go right through the indoor playground, right to the outdoor playground. If you're in the ones room, you have a door right in your room. Makes it so nice, right to the indoor playground. If you're in the babies or crawlers, there's a door in your room. You're going to take the kids out and down the sidewalk to that indoor playground. So Acorn Alley is going to end up in the playground that's outside but fenced in. The elementary kids from upstairs are going to end up on the other side of that fenced in playground. This way there's enough room for all of us. And that's as far as we have to go unless the fire department tells us otherwise. So you all got there, downstairs and upstairs, you're all to your spot. You're going to take your attendance sheet and you're going to make sure you have who you need. The staff is going to walk around and ask you, do you have everyone? If you don't have everyone, you're going to let me know. You're going to let the staff member know who it is that you're missing, and we will go find that child, okay? You stay with your group, because at this point, parents are going to start coming to get their child. It's natural. They're going to rush out of the building to get their child. And so you want to be there when parents come so that you can check off as each parent comes. And you're going to use that security sticker still. You're still going to look for their security sticker to match the child sticker, because what a great opportunity it is to steal a child during this time. So I can't emphasize enough, we use the same security policy, matching up the security stickers. If someone doesn't have their security sticker, you let us know. We will take care of it. All right? So you let children go according to their sticker. We're looking for lost children or checking parents who don't have stickers. And at some point, the fire department will tell us we can go back in, or we're going to just continue to dismiss from there. Okay, so that's a fire, or for some reason we have to evacuate the building. The next part, if there's a suspicious person or an active shooter in the building, then this is something different. We stay put. As you know, like I told you earlier, the Children's Ministry Wing is locked. So the time that somebody can actually get into the children's wing is very, very slim. So all we need to do is stay put, except if you are in a room with an outside room with windows. So in that case, upstairs in the clubhouse, all of you who are in a classroom, we will alert you to move into the large group room. The same kind of thing, make sure you have your attendance sheet so that you have everyone you're supposed to have. So we're going to move you into the large group room where I am right now. Downstairs, the babies, the crawlers, the ones, you will all move into an interior room as well, and we will alert you and we will help you make that happen. And side note, babies, crawlers, and ones, you all have rolling cribs in your rooms. So whenever you have to evacuate, you put as many children as you can in a crib and wheel them out that way. This way you're only carrying one and not trying to carry four at that age. Okay, so that same procedure is used if there's a tornado or a huge storm. In some way, we will all move to interior rooms. Okay. Let's look through the rest of this manual. We talked about all that. The last part is missing child. If you happen to be missing a child, please alert us right away, of course. We will alert the safety team and tell them who it is we're missing, their name, their age, their hair color, what they're wearing, as much as you can possibly remember. And we will find that child. They will take care of it for us. And you, of course, will stay with your class. A lot of times that happens outside of the children's wings. If you have children, you know how this happens. You're walking with your children, there's a crowd, one goes kind of the wrong way, and now you have a missing child. So that's usually where it happens, in the hallways, not so much in the children's wing. But we should know what to do in case it happens inside the children's wing. All right. All right, I think we have gotten through emergency procedures, so that wasn't too bad. And you know why it wasn't too bad? Because we are blessed with amazing building. I have worked at other places where there was not a secure children's wing. And having a secure children's wing makes a huge, huge difference in how we can care for the children and how we can rest in the fact that we have a secure building and not have to worry about a lot of extra things because of it. So that is wonderful. Okay, there is in that notebook, and we can send this to you too if you didn't get it, in that folder, is our COVID addendum procedures. And so if this is COVID time, it is now while I'm making this video, obviously. But in the future, if it's not COVID time, then you can disregard what I just said. But if it is, then that is a very important for you to read. It has ratios for how many should be in the room and cleaning procedures and whether or not you should wear a mask and when and how you should wear a mask and the children wear a mask is all in there for you. Again, if it's COVID time, when you have that individual training, they will talk to you specifically about that. So, so I think that's it. I think we got through the whole manual. So if you have any questions, that's why it's important to watch these 2 videos before your training, because if you have any questions, you can ask the staff member that will be leading your specific training for specific age group and specific area, which is super, super important. I can't emphasize it enough that you need to attend one of those. All right, thank you so much for volunteering. As you can see behind me, it says gratitude, the month that I filmed this video. Large group, we're working on gratitude. And I am truly thankful for each and every one of you. Whether you think you have this huge role or not, you do in the children's ministry. Every role is super important, and we are making an impact now in this generation, but also in the generations to come. So thank you for joining us, and I look forward to getting to know you better and serving along with you. Have a great day.